we've all heard the quote, by failing to prepare, you're preparing to fail. Well, this is so relevant in terms of style. To curate the wardrobe of your dreams, you need to have a thought out plan. So today I'm going to take you through an easy 3-step process to help kickstart your wardrobe plan. Welcome back to the Closet Curation Series, where we dive deeper into understanding your personal style and building your dream wardrobe. This is episode 2 of 5. So last week we did a lot of style reflection, as well as learning about body proportions to help understand your style preferences more clearly. And this week we are going to be developing our wardrobe plan. If you would like to download the free workbook that goes along with this entire series, it is linked in the description below. If you haven't watched last week's episode yet, I highly encourage you to go back and watch that one, because it is really important to actually understand yourself more before creating your wardrobe plan, so that you actually make a plan that's going to work. Because the whole point of this is to be way more intentional about our choices so that we can create that dream wardrobe. Okay, so let's get started with the wardrobe plan. 3-step wardrobe plan. So I've broken this section up into 3 steps: gathering inspiration, assessing your lifestyle, and defining your personal style character. So when planning your wardrobe, I recommend working on just one season at a time. Usually the season that you are about to go into, so that you can prepare in advance, as opposed to the season that you're currently in. For example, when I'm in summer, I'm thinking about my winter wardrobe and planning any additions that I need to make. And when I'm in winter, I'm thinking more about my summer wardrobe and planning any additions that I need to make there. If you try to overhaul your entire wardrobe at once, it might become quite overwhelming. So I just want to make it a bit more simple. So decide now what season you're going to be working on if you do live somewhere that has quite distinct seasons. Okay, gathering inspiration. Sometimes ideas for outfits come really easy to us. Other times we really have to search for it from outside sources, and that's totally fine. So inspiration for outfits can come from all over the place, but what I find really helpful when curating your wardrobe is to actually make a mood board. And I find the best way to do this is on Pinterest. So it might sound a little cliche to start a Pinterest mood board, but there's a reason, and it is just a really good starting point to get those ideas and creative juices flowing, and just to kind of see like an outline of what you want your wardrobe to maybe look like. So that's my first exercise for you, is to create a new Pinterest board and start pinning things on there that you want your wardrobe to look like. So you want to start pinning things like outfits, artwork, photographs, color combinations, anything that really inspires you, but obviously mainly outfits. But if there's anything else that comes up that just you like the look of, then put it in your board as well. And what I would suggest as a starting point is searching for specific items that you already have in your wardrobe that you like to wear. So for instance, cropped cream jacket outfits, search that and see the outfits that come up, and then pin the things that you like the look of. Or wide leg black trousers outfit. It's very specific, but the right things will come up, and then you can get some ideas. Don't really overthink what you're pinning, just pin things that you like the look of. I would say have one thing on your mind, is to just ensure that you're staying true to your current lifestyle. We're going to talk more about lifestyle down the track. It can be really easy when you're going through Pinterest images to get kind of like caught up in your fantasy self. So just make sure that the outfits that you are pinning inspire you in a way that is relevant to your current lifestyle as well. So once you're done pinning, we're going to take a look at the whole board as a whole, and then take some time to really assess it. So look at everything from afar. What stands out to you? Do you see any patterns emerging in your board? Do you see anything that you no longer like and you would like to remove? Do a little bit of culling and get your board to a place that is really inspirational for you. Also, hot tip, make sure you scroll down to the very bottom of the board on Pinterest and see what Pinterest suggests that you add to that board, because they can suggest some really good things that actually really suit the vibe that you're going for at the bottom. And they can be some good things to add to your board as well. So the idea for this exercise is it just really helps to get your creative juices flowing, and it might help you to question some things that you currently have in your wardrobe, and it might give you some clarity of where you want your style to go. One thing I would like to mention is be mindful of being really tempted to shop when you're creating your mood board. If you do feel tempted to buy anything when you're doing this, stop and instead write that item down on a piece of paper or somewhere in the notes section of your phone, and we will revisit these items when we're creating your wardrobe wish list in a future episode. The biggest mistake you can make when you're creating your dream wardrobe is acting on impulse purchases. It doesn't mean that you won't be able to get these items necessarily in the future, but we're just going to take our time and make sure that those items are actually going to be a good addition to your wardrobe. All right, so it's time to assess your lifestyle. I'd say that this step is like one of the most important when creating your dream wardrobe, because the idea is that we're curating a wardrobe that we really love and that we wear everything in. So these items in our wardrobe, they really have to match our lifestyle. So when our lives change, we move cities, we change jobs, we have children, our health changes, all these types of things can then affect our wardrobes. But here's the thing, if your lifestyle changes, your whole personal style doesn't have to change as well. You just need to adapt your styling something or adapt your pieces and maybe add in a few additional pieces here and there that are really going to suit your new lifestyle. But for now, let's talk about your current lifestyle. Or if you anticipate that you are about to move cities or your lifestyle's about to change, let's focus on that potential new lifestyle that you're heading into. Okay, so consider your daily activities, your job, the weather, your passions, and I guess your value in terms of clothing. If you're a fitness fanatic, then of course activewear might be one of those things that really dominates your wardrobe. If you're a mum like me, comfort might be prominent in your wardrobe. For me, comfort is such a massive part of my wardrobe, but I want to be comfortable and put together at the same time. I don't want to be comfortable sloppy. So the first task for this section is to do a lifestyle assessment. And if you have the workbook, I have a page that you can fill out there. If not, just grab a piece of paper. I want you to write down a list of your typical daily activities. So for me, this would be going to the park with my son. That is a very frequent activity at the moment. For you, your most frequent activity might be going to your 9-to-5 job. And then I want you to write a list of your less frequent activities. For example, going out to drinks with friends. Now, the next step is to look at your current wardrobe and evaluate whether it matches your current lifestyle and your current activities. And what you can do is use the questions that are up on the screen now to do that evaluation. What are the dominant activities in your daily life? And how much percentage, roughly, of your time did these activities take up? Does your wardrobe consist of appropriate items for each of these activities? Do you have too many items for an activity that is not part of your lifestyle anymore? For me, this was high heels. I had so many and they're just not very practical in my life anymore. Do your clothes currently accommodate your lifestyle needs? Is any area overrepresented or underrepresented? Is there any part of your lifestyle or frequent activities that you often struggle to dress for? Are there any weather-specific clothes you do not have right now? Or are there any weather-specific clothes that you don't need anymore? You'll notice that some of these questions are very similar, but they're just written in a different way. This is intentional to get you thinking about the answers in a different way so that you can get the right answers to complete the task. So the final exercise is to define your personal style character. When I first did this, it really helped me feel more intentional about my style and gave me so much more clarity going forward. So the first thing I want you to do is choose 3 descriptive words to describe your ideal style. This is a really common technique that many people use to develop their style. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe it was first started by stylist Alison Bornstein, so full credit to her. But on the screen now is a list of words that I put together to help get you started. But obviously you can use any words that sit outside this list as well. So my current 3/4/5 words: minimal, undone, effortlessly casual, and feminine. That is technically 5 words, but I don't want you to be restricted by numbers because I really felt like I had to have all of those words in there for me to really grasp and understand the style that I wanted. So don't restrict yourself either. But if for some reason you need 6, then I'm not here to judge. For me, these 5 words really help me understand what it is that I value in terms of clothing and how I want my style to be perceived. Okay, so now, if you remember in episode 1, we spoke about understanding ourselves more and some of our style preferences, and I asked you guys to choose 2 of your favorite colors that are in your current wardrobe. And today we've also done our lifestyle assessment and chosen our 3-ish words. With all of this information, we can put it all together and create our personal style character. So your personal style character is a 2 to 3 sentence paragraph that describes your ideal style. So to explain this further, I'll give you my personal style character example now. She is classic, casual, and comfortable with a minimalistic, undone aesthetic and a touch of feminine French girl. Neutral tones dominate with additional shades of blue and yellow. Her style is easygoing yet put together to get through those busy days with the toddler. So as you can see, I've got a little bit of my lifestyle in there, I've got my colors in there, and I've got my words that I value and describe my style as well. So if you are serious about curating your dream wardrobe, take some time this week to complete these exercises. You can download the free workbook in the description below, which will guide you through all of the exercises. In next week's episode, we are diving deeper into color. We'll be going over how to create a color palette for your wardrobe. So please leave your comments, questions, and thoughts below on today's episode. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye.